Welcome back to City Insider. We're here with your roundup of the most breaking Manchester City FC news over the last 24 hours. Remember to join us at 6 p.m. UK time for your daily dose of all things Man City. Man City could easily sign Eberechi over Tottenham. The middle of the park is set to be at the forefront of Pep Guardiola's rebuild at the Etihad Stadium, with Man City closing in on AC Milan's Tijani Reinders for the number 8 role in their team. When it comes to replacing Kevin De Bruyne in Manchester, Man City are working on a deal for Lyon's Ryan Cherki, with Nottingham Forest's Morgan Gibbs-White an alternative should the deal for the Frenchman go wrong. Man City have been linked to Crystal Palace star Eberechi for some time now, and those links emerged again ahead of the summer transfer window. However, the Manchester club are unlikely to make a move for the midfielder ahead of the 2025-26 campaign, which leaves Tottenham as the favourites to land the 26-year-old. However, transfer journalist Ben Jacobs has admitted that City could easily hijack the move if they wanted to, but the ease one as well though. But even hearing you then, it's like one of those transfers that I think every Spurs, it's like Leandro Damião all over again, Jacobs told The Last Word on Spurs podcast. But it's one of those as well that if Man City come in and say, actually, he'd make a good squad player for us, it's just dead in the water for Spurs. And that's just part of the pecking order of football. Ease would be a great addition to Guardiola's squad should City decide to pursue their interest, as the Englishman is coming off the back of an exceptional season, in which he scored 14 goals and assisted a further 11 across 43 games, which included the winner in the FA Cup final. One Man City star who would be delighted to see the Crystal Palace star arrive at the Etihad is Erling Haaland, as the Norwegian has already admitted that he is a fan of the English midfielder. It is believed that Ease can be signed for £60 million this summer, as that is the release clause in the 26-year-old's Crystal Palace contract, which is an option many clubs are looking at. Man City target Tino Livramento. The Manchester club are coming off the back of a tough domestic season in which they went the entire campaign without a trophy, which is something Pep Guardiola will not want to experience again, having won 4 Premier League titles in a row in the years prior. Midfield is the main focus of the rebuild at the Etihad, with Man City closing in on Tijani Reinders, while the Premier League club are also working on a deal for Rayan Cherki of Lyon. Once both those stars have been acquired before the FIFA Club World Cup begins, City's focus will turn to their full-back positions, where a £40 million Premier League star is the dream target of Guardiola. AC Milan have decided not to sign Kyle Walker this summer from Man City. However, the right-back is still expected to leave the Etihad Stadium after 8 years in Manchester. According to Fabrizio Romano, Newcastle's Tino Livramento is Guardiola's dream target to replace the 35-year-old, but a deal will be tough to get done. Then the full-backs. At right-back, the dream target is Tino Livramento from Newcastle, Romano said on his YouTube channel. Man City, are waiting to see if they can find a way with Newcastle because they are now stronger with their position in the negotiations after reaching Champions League football. Eddie Howe has been a big fan of Livramento since the fullback joined from Southampton during the summer of 2023 as part of a £40 million deal. With the 22-year-old now a starter at St James Park, with Champions League football on Tyneside next season, the Magpies will not want to lose any of their top stars, which could force Man City to move for Flamengo's Wesley, who is an alternative to Livramento. Ryan Cherki to Man City. Here we go. Manchester City's deal to sign an incredible star is now advancing following positive talks, and he can't wait to seal a move to the Etihad Stadium, according to a report. Man City's season ended on May 25, with a 2-0 victory at Fulham, securing qualification for next season's Champions League, but this year it is a very quick turnaround, as they return to action on June 18, taking on Wydad Casablanca in the New Look Club World Cup, that is, according to a report from Give Me Sport, which states productive discussions have now been held over a deal for Lyon's Ryan Cherki, which means the move could be wrapped up in a matter of days. Cherki can't wait to seal a move to the Etihad Stadium, and the deal is now edging closer to completion, with Lyon looking to hold out for a fee of £35 million. City are hoping to complete the move prior to flying out to the United States for the Club World Cup, and they are also confident about striking an agreement for AC Milan's Tijani Reinders. Florian Wirtz was heavily linked with a move to the Etihad Stadium, but there were concerns about the total package amounting to around £253 million all in, so signing the Lion star could be a savvy move, as it would free up funds to strengthen other areas of the squad. Not only that, but there are plenty of signs the Frenchman could be an ideal heir for De Bruyne, most notably ranking in the 99th percentile for assists and shot-creating actions per 90 over the past year. When compared to other attacking midfielders, at 21 years old, the incredible starlet is at a good age to be a long-term success at the Etihad Stadium, and his attacking numbers for Lyon this season are arguably already approaching world-class level. Al Hilal eyeing Man City target. After experiencing a tough 2025-26 campaign, Pep Guardiola is set to rebuild his Man City squad with 4 to 5 new players expected to arrive at the Etihad Stadium across the coming weeks. Man United's Bruno Fernandes was Al Hilal's top target for the summer transfer window, with the Saudi club ready to go all in on the Portuguese star. However, the Red Devils midfielder has turned down the opportunity. As a result, Fabrizio Romano is now reporting that the Saudi Pro League club have made contact with Atlanta's Ederson to see if he is interested in a move, which could increase if Simone Inzaghi is employed as their new manager. This would be a minor blow for Man City after it was reported last week that the Premier League giants have been monitoring Ederson's situation in Italy as his contract with Atlanta expires in 2027. The Brazilian could be signed for around £59 million this summer, but that might have been too much for City, given the amount of money they are set to spend on Rangers, Cherki and RAYAN Cherki. In addition to Man City and Al Hilal, the report last week stated that Bayern Munich, Liverpool and Man United are all interested in Ederson, as they feel that the 25-year-old could seek a new challenge this summer. Even if Al Hilal and their millions did not get involved in the race, City faced a tough task trying to sign Ederson, and that would have been if they really wanted him, given that Guardiola is about to add Rangers to his squad, having also signed Nico Gonzalez in January. The £59 million that might have been spent on Ederson is better off being used elsewhere, as Man City may still need to add a right back and a goalkeeper before the Premier League gets back underway in August. That's a wrap for today's City Insider. We've covered all the latest news, insights, and analysis on Manchester City. Don't miss out on any of our future content. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications to stay up to date with everything happening at the Etihad. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.